You kill me. Hello, guys. Dumelang bana beso, and welcome to another exclusive episode of ADN Lifestyle with Senate, the one and only. Khosetsana ya kweneng. Ngwana na mosuwe ka re mo hlapa ka lebese. Brought to you by ADN Lifestyle. Please like, share, comment, anything. I just want activity on the page. Right now, I'm sitting with the one and only Dumi, also known as Mr. Rosso. How you doing? Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Hello. How are you?
Tired, but surviving.
I know, say Lalela.
Yes. For sure.
Weather's Katelo. Oh, we are go hiking. Shame. And I'm trying to walk again. Hiking.
Hey, almost fell. But I fell in love with nature, so it's fine.
Is it? Sure. Did you love it? Did you enjoy it?
Enjoyed it.
I'm sure it wasn't your first time though.
No, it wasn't. I've done a couple outdoor activities. I've got a friend who does a whole lot of camping.
Okay.
So there's obviously within the camping there's a lot of walking around and stuff. But yeah, it's a beautiful experience.
I hate that I missed it, but I had to work. But I've done it a couple of times. Yeah. I know. Trust me. For sure. How many kilometers did you get?
To be honest, I don't know. We got lost.
So probably it was more than what you anticipated.
Yeah, but for me it was just about having fun. This week I wasn't feeling well. Only yesterday I started feeling better. And today the outing was something that I needed, and it was
to bring up your spirits and stuff.
I needed it. Let me put it that way.
Especially for this interview.
Yeah.
We clicked the first time we met.
I wish we could tell people how we just clicked.
Listen, we met ko Boulevard, right? I was there with my friend Ulrato and
Yes.
And we just chilled there. And you and I,
I remember I was taking care of you guys.
Yeah, you were like, "Funa my eyes, no, I'm like,
I'm always like that. I feel like, when it comes to black businesses, and if the owner's someone that you're familiar with, the best you can do is that if there's someone who's new, who's coming, they need to tell good stories about the place.
Of course. Even if you don't work there.
Yes.
Because you just need to just do justice to that place and be very open and active. And all. This is what I'm doing in Dawaga Ayanda, this place, which is where we shoot. When I see people, even if in Zela, but if I see a client, I figure, order ugudla, I stand up and I go and I greet them, and because of whoever, it must prosper.
Yeah, I think also it's going back to Lantego to umuntu ngabantu.
Yeah.
So that thing has it's basically disappearing. But if one or two people can
do that,
in people,
is eventually.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I want to know Mr. Rosso. I'm not going to talk about Rosso right now, but I'm talking about Dumisani.
Yeah.
Dumisani like, where were you born? Nyazi nabantu base spread. Mina ke motho spread mara ka hlela kona transport.
Yeah.
Abelungu abavelele na transport. But like give me a background.
Here's the funny part. I was actually born in the same street, up the road.
Is it?
Yeah, like 5.
Oh, nice. 5 Komklung.
Yeah, Komklung.
FYI.
So at the time, just up the road here after the park, there was because there was an open field.
Yeah.
There was like from open space in the so just up the road.
Oh, is it?
I don't know if I should say this as well. Just up there.
Say it, whatever.
I don't know if people know this, but the Gama Puteng is Gama Puteng.
Okay.
Teachers.
Gama Puteng.
Gama Puteng.
Okay.
So my grandfather, I hope I don't get into trouble for this.
Trouble for what?
Okay.
If there's anyone that wants to contradict what he's saying, they will come to my podcast and challenge what he was saying. Okay.
Yeah. So the person that built it or whatever, big engine.
Okay.
Big Gamkulum. Gama.
Oh,
so Gama, yes. Gama Puteng. I don't know if there is a surname called Gama Puteng. For my knowledge, there isn't. So umkhulu wathenga le ndawo lena sisakhula wenza isenta noNtate Puteng.
Oh, okay.
So
Makes
hence
sense.
Gama Puteng.
Gama Puteng.
Yeah, but I'm actually from.
Maybe Abantu couldn't say Gama because lots of them, I'm sure
Abesut, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
so
yes.
maybe that's how it originated.
Yeah.
Gama Puteng.
Exactly.
Because it sounds like no, Hase Gama Puteng. Like it makes
it
for a
doesn't sound right when you say
doesn't.
Gama.
Yeah.
When you're saying Gama Puteng, it sounds as if it's someone who's trying to explain it in a white tone or accent. But when you're saying Gama Puteng, it sits well in the ear.
Type of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
it sounds like that.
But anyways, I was born in 1980. Khona kule straat esingapha.
Akasemdala lo.
Hey.
Ngiyalibonga ukuthi uvele 1980.
Firstborn, firstborn, last born, ekhaya.
So you're literally the only child?
No, I've got siblings. I've got my younger brother and sister.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was born this side. Then in 1989, we moved to Phosphorus. That's when Phosphorus became in a RTP. I don't know if we were called, but we were RTP at the time.
But whatever it was, yeah.
From there, I spent a lot of time in Phosphorus.
Okay.
But obviously, over the weekends, we would visit my aunt, Eshongweni, or grandmother, like Konale Klong. And that's where I grew
So
up.
it's called of like primary school, high school?
Kone crash being up and some of a station. Then from there, I moved to Monde. From Monde, I moved to Kailihle in Phosphorus.
Okay.
From Kailihle High School, I went to Tutolisedi.
Okay.
Then again, because I had the love of...
Tutolisedi is it not in Togos?
No, it's in Phosphorus.
Oh, okay.
Rockville.
Oh, okay.
Then from Tutolisedi, I went to Ipumlani High.
Say Pumlani High.
Yeah, it's Pumlani High. So, yeah, that's Dumisani in terms of upbringing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you basically had a good upbringing. I should put it like that.
I've been insulting my family
if you said otherwise.
Honestly, I wouldn't say I had but in terms of upbringing, no. It's the tops. I know it's the tops.
Don't call every night because I will this, I will that.
Umkhulu did well. Umuntu we are a standard team.
Yeah.
Apparently, when I listened to the stories when we were growing up, so Umkhulu decided to move to Joburg.
Okay.
Joburg wathenga isinkomo, wathenga ama-taxi. So bekumuntu wama business nantonton. I may add this Banzo.
Yes.
Is my cousin Ulinda.
Okay, I know Linda. Yeah.
Hence Ulinda Gama, Dumisani Gama.
Oh.
So
okay.
Ubaba ke no mamambwe
Gama Puteng.
Yes. Ubaba ke no mambe baba. So the whole business thing
has always been in your blood.
In the
family.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Because Banzo is he's doing good for himself.
I was actually with him earlier today.
Okay, is it?
Yeah.
No, we need to get him on the show.
Yeah.
Banza, money. I've got stories for days.
Everyone has, from us cousins.
Yeah.
Even his
He's
older
cool,
brother.
man. He's cool, though. He's very cool. No, that's awesome. Just to give me
thank you for the invitation,
you know.
Yeah.
I want to get into the music.
Sure.
How did you decide, Mina, I'm going to be a musician?
Yeah.
I know people grow up and they go to high school. And in high school, they decide, I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to be this, I want to be that. How did you get to the decision to when you want to be an entrepreneur, or rather a musician? Yeah.
So the whole music thing started at an early age.
Okay.
I may be mistaken, around about when I was 6, I started loving Michael Jackson, singing his songs. My mother's someone as well who loves music very much. I mean, she even loves Tupac, Chris Brown. I don't know how. Yes, my mother loves it to see Tanda.
I'm not the only one that loves Chris Brown. Please.
Yeah. Dumisani my mom is my favorite. Then also Tupac, obviously it came from Dear Mama.
Yeah.
So I think all the mothers
they connect to
that song. So I would sing a whole lot of Michael Jackson songs, Uteni Pendergrass. Then later on, when I grew up, I wasn't too sure about my voice because I've got a husky voice.
Did you always know that you could sing though? Like in your head, without singing to anyone else? Did you always know?
Yeah, I'd say yeah, because you know when in primary, people will come and ask you to sing their favorite song. Here and there, you break and taller. And from having the voice that I had to spend more time tuning it, like finding, you know. And at times, to be honest, it felt like I couldn't sing, because obviously I feel like South Africa is not too comfortable with people with our voices, you know. Basically, so we had to work extra hard for someone to understand it, and I had to choose the right melodies, beats that would be in tune with my voice. And as I grew up, that's when I could say, oh yeah, I can sing. And that's when the love of music came in. I think it was, I forgot which year it was. I was working for a company whereby Bengola every month.
Okay.
So I did my first album with the man I was earning every Thursday.
Is it?
Yeah. And from there, people were like,
how did that album do?
To be honest, I didn't push it, because I didn't know much about music. It was just
you were just putting the music out there. You just wanted it out anyway.
Yeah. So the closer people that I was with, when they said, "Dumisani, we love this," to me it was enough.
Yeah.
You know, because the space of growing your music, I'm sorry to say this, in South Africa, it's deep, because at the time, a lot of music was more listened to because of your US music, your Boys to Men and whatnot. And when you had your Brenda Fassie, your Lucky Dube,
big names,
like, you know, from just around here, you know. And,
big names, yeah.
But at the same time, you can't blame people.
Of course.
Because music has a whole lot of emotion tuned into it. So you can't force someone and say, let's go this direction.
Yeah, yeah.
When on this day you felt like you were, you know. Plus, I don't blame Americans. They've got the budget and they
I mean, they've got the money to do it, and they've got the connections to do it. I was gonna come to a point where, okay, as much as we're talking about music, we're gonna get into that music, Kakulu. But I wanted to ask Uti, as a musician, with the kind of voice that you have, and the kind of music that you sing.
Yeah.
First of all, number one, how do you classify your music? What genre is it?
Yeah.
And number two, how do you deal with gigs? Do you get gigs? Because I know for a fact, I'm a musician with a different kind of sound. It's kind of hard for people to get out there and to be known. So I want you to tell me, Utinje, what kind of music do you actually because last night I was listening to you. There was, because I also listen to the beats as well. There's this hip hop feel, right?
Yes.
And then there's this Afro feel, and old school, like But I want you to answer me these two questions: the kind of music that you generalize or classify your music as, and number two, how do you deal with not getting gigs?
So, your first question, Afro soul.
Okay.
Afro soul. So why I'm saying Afro soul, when I started, obviously, like I said, I was listening to a whole lot of your Boys to Men, your As Yet or whatever. So I used to write a whole lot of English music. Yeah. But I kind of felt bored because I felt like everyone is doing it.
The same thing,
And I started getting into isiZulu.
Okay.
And one thing I love about our language is that it's not easy. It's never easy to write a song in our own language.
I tried once and I stopped. This was me in high school, and I was like, never again.
It's not easy to write songs in your own native language.
So
I moved into it. And I was like, Dumisani, try speaking, not singing. Try speaking in your own language, you know. Don't worry about your international artist or market that you want to chase.
Don't even compare yourself.
Yeah, don't compare yourself. Start talking to people. And that's how I started writing in isiZulu.
Okay.
Hence Afro Soul.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Makes sense.
Afro Soul. What's this other guy? It gospel with Cartman. Uvuyo something.
Uvuyo Mkwena, yes.
Those are the people that was like, Dumisani, Vuyonkwana is singing with that voice. So there's no longer you excuses and say, no, this voice is not identified as South African, whatnot. Go in and push. So Afro song.
Okay.
What is your second question again? Oh, gigs.
Yes.
Yo. Okay, I'm gonna say this. It's not easy. One thing I've learned is that our people, if people don't know your song on the radio, it's difficult for you to go and perform anywhere. I don't want to use the word luck, but you'll have to be a special artist,
special child,
and so to go to a stage without being known and people catch on in your song. You'll have to be a special. I'm good at what I do in terms of writing my songs. My slogan is I've got 2 slogans because of both clothing and music.
Yes, we're gonna get to the clothing part.
The entire together it's Afro soul storyteller through music. So I'm a storyteller. And yes, not all the time we sing about ourselves. We also sing about a friend. If a friend has gone through something,
and you know the story, you can articulate it more than they can, especially musically.
For sure. A lot of times when you sing, people think you're always talking about yourself, and when it's not always the case. So gigs, it's a touchy subject for an unknown artist. Yeah, it's a touchy subject because I've been to so many gigs whereby you'd sing like because I said in Lako, but you can literally hear people having conversations.
That must be bad. Excuse me.
No, you're right.
That must be so bad. Like for you as an artist, who
yeah.
is trying to deliver a message. Yeah. Because I'm sure when you perform, you're not just performing for the sake of singing. No. You know, you're performing because into itanda and you want people to hear the message. Yeah. And when you see people, I can only imagine.
It's like I was reading what MT was saying the other day. He wrote on what do you call it? Twitter. Yeah. I'm not going to talk about him. It's just that when you're not a known artist, let me put it this way: the only way you can be relevant is when your music is playing on radio. You can only be relevant if your music is played on radio, because every hour your song is played
by different DJs as well.
So I can be making coffee and my song is played. The person will click and coffee. Uma mutlinayo angabanjwa itrack. Thina hleli kanje ngadlala itrack siyibamba. So the more it's played, the more people resonate to it. By the time you're an unknown artist singing on stage, then people will be familiar. With the song. Yes.
I can only imagine. So I listen to your music, ne? I've been listening to you since I met you.
Yeah.
So there's this artist, I don't know if he's still around. I resonated with your music because of him. I don't know if Yamazu Kruna.
No.
There was a gent Ubiza Ukruna. Like he just disappeared. For me because I'm gonna sing some London. But when I listened to you, I was like, oh my gosh, he takes me back to when I was in high school, because I was very much into this whole music thing. Mathematics, studio. Like, so when I heard your voice, I was like, this guy is just so unique. But
that's like I'm saying, I'm not insulting anyone. Please believe me. But again, people with voices like me, they disappear easily because we feel like we don't get the support. And if you do get the support, you have to work hard
for it.
To people who understand who
are you, what are you bringing to the industry? What are you bringing to the people? Also the culture. It has to be on point. Because music is a culture at the end of the day. We need to understand that as well.
For sure.
I'm going to ask you, how did the name Raw Soul come about?
Okay. So, I think it was 2016.
Yeah.
I wasn't singing. I gave up on music. I was like, no, I'm done with this.
Why?
It goes back to what you were saying about the guy that you know who disappeared.
I mean, he's probably big somewhere else. I don't know, you know. So like, what happened with you?
I was like, this thing, your music, it's not for me. It's not make sure. Because like when you do something in music, it's an emotional experience.
Of course.
You know, when you write a song,
you don't just write a song because you're writing a song.
So I was like, no, let me just live this thing. So there was a guy about to do beta for Solar Caesar house DJ.
Okay.
He had a studio. His brother used to work with DJ Clock. I forget his name, but anyways, he invited me over because he wanted to work with me in a couple of songs.
Okay.
As a house. Then Ngamitum Ganwake, I forgot his name. Sorry. Then he introduced me to Usizwe. We balanced the band.
Okay.
So when we were busy with the album Mega Tobits, I was like, Ntwana, I think I want to go back to music, but I don't want to do it alone anymore. I wanna do it with someone. Mm-hmm. Can you please find me someone or a band?
Is this how you joined the band?
The band, yes,
okay.
yeah, you know. Taser. So he came forth as like, Ntwana, there's a guy that I know who's part of a band. Can I go introduce him to him? Or Oscar. He was a guitarist.
Okay.
Oscar wanted me to see rehearsal when I so come through. So there's a song that I wrote some time back. Ex manager Cash Time Fam. Manager manager Utabiso Khati.
Okay.
Go.
No, I heard his name in your song.
Yeah, exactly. You know, Tabiso Khati used to.
That's how much of a big role he played.
He played,
life.
you know.
Yeah.
He was. They used to call him hip hop scholar AYFM. Okay. Like anything that had to do hip hop back in the day, they would follow him. So whatever, if there was Eminem Amusha, they would call the guy. So the guy took me under his wing. But unfortunately, at the time, I was working for a company that just took me overseas. And I had signed a clause whereby I wouldn't do anything outside the company.
Yeah.
And that's how myself and him lost the relationship.
Oh, you know? Man.
And the guy had connections. Connections, I remember.
Can you imagine what would have happened if you had just said, okay, there
was a sneaker shop at Rosebank. One tata on introduce like one tata demo yami on a Tuesday, Thursday he came back, was like, was a sample. Because in the shop near man. But when we introduced some mash, like there was everyone. There were Matosa, like back in the day, man, like all the artists there. Like it was like, Vana, go do your thing and just introduce yourself to people and tell them who you came with.
Oh yes.
I remember one tattoo.
Yeah.
How do you know this guy? I want to. Like, Andy was introduced. It was interviewing me. I'm an interview. I don't know if it makes sense.
Yeah.
Wanting to find out. But in a nutshell, Tabiso Khati had everything that I needed. But hence I say in the song, Tabiso Khati came into my life, gave me a chance that I never took. So I couldn't continue with him because the clause that I wrote, that I signed with the company.
Unfortunately.
That's music. But fast forward to Balance the Band. Oscar Wang introduced who Balance the Band. So I had to audition because they'd been together for like 2 years or something. And the song that they'd made them to say, okay, this is the one we can work with is My We Africa.
Okay.
So My We Africa talks about the freedom that we wanted. And now that we have it, it just,
you don't even know what to do with it.
You don't know what to do with it. We're fighting things. We're fighting for something that we don't,
know how to even nurture or take care of.
Exactly, So I still have to work on the song. Tabiso Khati actually also was angry that I didn't put out the song.
Tabiso Khati siyamdinga kule podcast. Tabiso Khati mele ezazositshela indaba zakhe because hey uTabiso Khati
Hey. So I joined the band.
Yeah.
Fast forward, we used to host events whereby we used to invite other bands every last Thursday of the month.
Okay.
So still I was part of the band. Then Usizwe, manager of the group, was like, Dumisani, don't me push up, but I feel like Unalentyobu solo artist. So I've got an idea for you. Why don't we become, you are still part of the band, but you're a solo artist.
Yeah.
That's when Dumisani began one part and they balanced the band. But into being which was going to be called Dumisani, Balance the Band and Dumisani Gama. I was like, no, let me just find the name. I was like, okay, my name, my voice is raw. Okay, raw. And I love soul. Oh, raw soul.
Also, you came up with your own name.
Yeah, I came up with the name, yeah. It clicked. I was like, okay, cool. So every last days of the month, when the band performed and the other bands performed, they will give me a slot to perform.
As a solo artist?
As a solo artist.
Okay.
So I got bored that every time I was performing, I was wearing the very same thing. I was like, okay, next month.
When are we going to one?
Not the time we Rosol Bengabicon. That's where it came. Next month I was like, okay, let me just test myself and design something new. Boom.
So this is where your merchandise comes from.
Yes, you know.
Rosol, guys.
Yeah, you know.
Rosol. Okay, so let's ask me a Rosol.
Yeah.
How do people get a Rosol?
I can leave my numbers.
Yeah.
For now, to be honest, this thing
social media.
Papa, give it to me in the mic.
DM me. I'll do the things.
But yeah, I'll give out my numbers and people
do that now.
Okay, my number is 082 774 1121. 082 774 1121.
Alternatively, you can just DM me.
Yeah, for sure. And nice thing about Irosol. Okay, as Irosol was growing, I started paying attention to your Amema Prince Amakul. I saw which is Nama CEO Amangan.
Okay.
Ama CEO besinga sabo mkhulu abadala abahlala emofisini singabazi bese abantu esiphuza nabo ukuthi
ma uhlangana nabo
like
us, yeah.
And I was like, you know what, let me just cover both a manager and a socialist.
Okay.
So Irosol covers both. I design both formal clothing.
Okay.
And I design your urban clothing, your shirts, your t-shirts, your formal shirts, you know, my jeans. I cover all those things.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You know, the first time in Klangana Nawe, okay. First of all, because clearly this is like
from
your
scratch.
Formal.
I did that from scratch.
This is ooh. Ngifuna ukuvala lezi phile because kuzovela inkomo zika baba.
Hey! Masaziphumelana ngabuzozibamba. Askis.
Mr. Russell. God damn. Jesus.
Mina namagesi ngeke ngiqinywa.
Jesus. Can this man come down?
Yeah.
Lord. Bangifuna ukukhuluma ngale bhruko leli.
Sure.
Umuntu ameke aligqoke ne. Mara ngiyazi khona umunye ukhata.
Yeah.
Khona umunye ukhata hayilo khata wakho. Khona umunye ukhata ngalijabulela yabo.
Yeah.
These are nice pants. So you don't just do ikipa. You do pants, you do igogo.
You know, I can tell you prosper.
Yeah, of course.
When I started the brand around 2017,
yeah,
I started seeing Abo Tsepo jeans, Abo Drip, Abo Patu,
Abo Vaya,
you know. So when I went to K shop, if I was Rosol and I'm sitting in a boardroom, a serious meeting,
yeah,
and I have to go meet up Nusinati,
yeah,
must I go home and change, you know? And I was like, no, but let me just cover. Let me Rosol my winter cover
all aspects.
Yeah. But it cover a lifestyle yako in both ways or cases, whatever you want to call it, you know. You can just go from a serious meeting and go straight to your promona machita. It covers zone as it was so like.
Okay.
Hence storyteller. I go to a boardroom. From a boardroom, I come back and share with you. And you don't feel like, you know what? You know, and so
uptight.
No. So that Rosol is basically about that. I'm saying to people, let's go out there, make money. Let's have more CEOs. Let's support one another. You understand?
Yeah.
And a friend of mine, another Tabiso.
Another.
Lowenzi
keeper.
Yes.
That guy listening keeper. I googled a picture online. I was pregnant. I was like, this is going to be my announcement picture. Dude, was I not happy?
Tabiso.
I need him. Mele Eze.
Yeah.
Mele Eze.
You know, can I be honest with you? With Rosol, I had not had so much advice from that guy. I don't know where I would be.
Yeah.
That guy manga posting thing ko shop go Facebook.
Yeah.
delete, you know. Even when
delete poster
no. It's different. He knows the clientele that I have.
Of course.
He knows his clientele.
Of course.
You know.
Yeah, and his clientele
for sure. So I'm where I am because of me and because of him. That guy does a lot for me, and people. One thing I love is that people embrace. Yeah, and people embrace that.
Yeah.
You know, I remember about 2 weeks ago, I designed a cap and then clamp. People were like, "No."
I saw that. Guys, I'm gonna put up a picture of that.
People were like, "No, that's not you." That's
you remember I took that cap and I was like, I put it on my friend. I was like, this would look so good. That cap, I took pictures of it. I'm gonna put it up, guys, in this board.
My own friends were like, no, like it's me, guys, you know. And again, it's me talking about testing waters. It's designs that are coming in the future with that exact thing.
Okay.
With the same exact thing.
It's beautiful.
You know, so Tavis is a person that can think outside the box.
Yeah.
You know, and
of course.
And I would like, hey, I remember.
So regarding your merchandise and stuff. Okay, that's amazing. Sipushikasi, guys. K1 is doing the things. Hey, K1 is not just about music. It's an all-round entertainer. K1 is an entertainer. Yeah, but if you could put the K1, Melanie Fayim, I am a K1.
Just, I want to add something. It's funny.
Yeah.
But Talabati, I'm Ethereum's as Eastland, access Ethereum's I'm a soccer player. As an artist.
Well, ngoba mauti hey Huntersfield.
Yes.
Kunje ile yenza bo questa.
Iyo le botlhabang fakwe
umshubelo and then force the corner lebe bayenzile manje yabo kizidani
no not
Zidane
Uzidane
all black uzidane stadium akudlalwa ibhola akuna netball
live in color
yes
so my colleagues army and we understand about
so they don't get the concept why seven stadium for these
no they do has one
is it okay they do. I'm glad they get it. I'm glad they get it. I'm gonna get a bit personal.
Okay.
The first time I know minya ufuna ngithelele uzuminya
I want to forgive.
Cold drink a pop
for sure.
I want to get personal.
For shiz money.
When we first met, right? But you mentioned it, and then I saw it.
Yeah.
We spoke about your scars.
Oh yeah, on my mouth.
On your mouth.
Big mouth, yeah.
Honestly, you guys will never see it unless you're like up close and literally searching because you've got your nice beard. That I must have. Apparently, I'm just saying. Like see him. Behind the camera who only have here. But I'm just saying.
Sure.
So we spoke about your experience with women.
Yeah.
Number one.
Sure.
And abuse.
Sure.
So I want you to tell the audience.
Go to that space.
Because I'm sure you get questions from, especially from people that you know and those that you don't even know.
Yeah.
But for you to put out your side of the story, because there's three sides to a story. There's your truth, there's her truth, and the real truth,
sure.
which is basically a drone that sees everything else that you don't even see.
For sure.
So if you care to explain,
okay,
talk
cool.
about it.
You know, the honest part of it is that the red flags were there.
Okay.
But because of umuntu omuhle and umuntu ofana naye, I never thought ukuthi ngazwana naye.
Okay.
So I wanted to make her happy and forget about me. Okay, basically forget about my happiness. You know, so she had her history, I had my history. So what happened is that she was a short-tempered person. Okay. I'm not, out of respect, I'm not going to mention her name.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not going to mention her name. She was a short-tempered person.
Okay.
Minanga papa.
You're out there.
You know, And angithandi ukuthi mangizothi siplomele ku relationships hlale silwa. I'm a person that before we sleep we will fight definitely, but we have to resolve it.
Yeah, before silala.
Yeah. Because I've got this thing ukuthi siyahlala singakhulumisana for a week ngishone ngithole accident. And the last experience that you and I had is about an argument.
Yeah.
You know?
Silly one.
A silly one, exactly. Like relationships, they're all like that. So, yenu sisteri sazwana. It wasn't isikhathi eside man.
Okay.
Sazwana sahlukana ngamlahla because of something that she did, and she came back and said, and she apologized.
Okay.
Kuthi okay, flop yami ngibonile ngizwena ngabantu. I was like, okay, sure. Asiyeke le abantu, but mele kube obona flop. Okay, me being in love with her, I'm Koler, you know. Sazama sapusha, but she still had that thing you would see. Right now she would snap. Like, no, Joe, hold up. We spoke about this. Oh yeah, let me go back. When we came back to each other and spoke about everything, and we're like, okay, sharp, we're going back together. I had this thing, which okay, let's talk about what did I do wrong? What did you do wrong? Because it's not gonna help saying no.
From where we left off.
Yeah. So I was like, no, okay, let's sit down. She had her own things to say about me.
Yeah, of course.
Which I said, like, okay, sharp. Now I said my piece, you know.
Yeah.
Then I was like, okay, let's be alone. So on the event when the whole scar thing happened, I had just introduced her to my cousin. And begi Saturday, gumnandi. Then Sunday I woke up in the morning, I'm like, okay, sharp. I'm going to download movies. Sometimes. Let me download movies, 2 movies, 1 movie for kids, other movie for us. Sharp. And a friend of mine, Donovan, phoned me and asked me to assist him with something, which I did.
Yeah.
Whilst I was assisting with Donovan, I was like, I'm an email. Let me just organize him something. Went back, I was like, okay, sharp, sister's great magic, so. Long story short, moving forward, one of our friends, Begafuna celebrity, and he success yak.
Okay.
And was like, guys, I need you guys to be there. You're such Jen.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, bo?
If you want to Donovan.
Yeah, you know. It's a cool magasin jam. So we were chilling there, and no, we need to go somewhere. So you guys must come. I'm like, no, guys, I made a promise to Gumedi. So we get a movie. I can't.
Yeah.
My G was like, okay, I want you there. Busy mate. So song.
Yeah.
Sharp. I'm like, okay, sharp. Babes, my man, things have changed. So busy sister like is Scatelling, then Tina Swamp spoon. Go to the house, fetch them, she was sister Nengosis. So because me that that's car took fig. I don't know what happened. I literally don't know what happened. And we started arguing in the car.
Okay.
You know, about finances, like
everything. Just everything.
You know, I was like, no, Joe, we're here already. Let me do this. Let me go organize tags, VIP tags. Because when we were, I knew the owner.
Okay.
The owner gave me the tags. Come back, she's like, no, I'm not going inside anymore. I'm like, bruh, we're already here. Then I got angry. Shy sound full blast, shy motorcycle. Got home, was like, Joe, I'm sick and tired of this. You and I are not working, basically. Let's just end it, you know. She was like, no, we're not going to end whatever. I'm like, no, Joe. She's like, okay, I respect the fact that she had sacrifices that she had to do with Tabenam. I respect it. And obviously when you sacrifice some stuff, you've got this thing which you don't know whether it's going to end or not, you know.
Of course.
So I was like, no, I can't do this. I was telling my inside room to not tap them palm. How? When I saw was big sandla.
Bindi.
And guys, I want to answer. I'm at tapping my twin continued. I was like, okay, think for my twin. Chelsea sister, I could hambakaya. I manganely Chelsea sister, I came. And to Joe, basically, she could hear what was happening outside.
Okay.
Yeah, the sister, younger sister. I was like, no, I'm separating with your sister, and it's fine. I don't want you anymore. She was like, oh, she came behind me, closed the butler. She was like, hey, are we in that woman? I'm like, no, yes, I'm not going anywhere, but you guys are going. So I'm spoiled. I'm moving on down to the sense of I think she's light skinned like you.
Red flags.
Next time, man. Sesamadoda mos.
Why labantu
Wenza kanje sesamadoda. Aphinde nginqini ukuthi ubudoda bamnyama you know, at least I can laugh about it.
It's not a laughing matter, because now,
it's done and dusted. I was about to put in it was straight, I think, I was drunk, I don't know lie. You're not going to do this. You're not going to do this because man, I take trap. Mina also, you know, actually, I push out. Magawa Pagama, I still remember this day as it was yesterday. I've got a memory block, but I remember the day. Magapama, look at your sister, what she's doing, you know. Boom, play out. Unshaye class la phukelela ebusweni bami langikhathi yabo when I came to her and her sister bebangibambile wona bekankukenya ezanto wona ngibombe ngenyawo angazi besiyaphi. So I wake up because it was around about June. It was June, not around about June. It was June. It was 5th of June last year. I'm like, guys, we're outside. Like, hey, they're both crying now. And I was wearing Star White because you know when I changed.
And obviously, guys,
I'm like, guys, like a man. Mama pega about clean boy. We want it kitchen me pega speedy. Run in the house. I check myself in the mirror.
Oh my God.
And fade. Foot whips too, because the shock, you know.
Yeah.
I bangvu say again. Went to a next door. I was like, until time I come to it. Came back. It was a Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, I was like, Joe, we can't sit together because mangu pegile. Content is kabanga ina mfunu. Guyakule ntole ntwala. So ahlukan. Okay, we separated. Obviously we were chatting because Lihlulaga left Lela ngena nama class at the time. So we got to assist and utapatala ama fees
medical
bills. But still, I'm a conversation with a phone in Burn Kosha. I was like, no, let me just
close this case against her because this is assault. I'm not I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you. In the GBV doesn't go own daughter because it's gender-based violence. It's violence on its own.
Let me be honest.
And it's abuse, man.
I'll say this, and every time I think about it, because in my medical documents, I'll never open up a case when I think about the kids.
Okay.
Okay. Like imagine me, na blue lights,
and you know, there's a stereotype with people who are in abusive relationships. We don't want to open cases. We don't want to, you know.
Here's the thing. One thing that I forgot to mention. After what happened to me, on that Monday, it was the 6th of June, I posted, if the world could swallow me that time, okay, why I'm saying that, I had friends that were angry that I was showing the side of my weakness. I had guys were saying, Tuana, thank you for putting out there because we are going through
this. Happens. It's
our
real.
Scars, our scars are not physical.
They're internal.
The internal, you know. When this company phone, I hope I don't get into trouble for this. At time I paid within a week. Because I had literally people that were phoning me about at time. I'm a cheat. I'm cheating. I'm going to post and it's 13. I'm feeling ganyo. No goes valele garage in music because I don't want to face my family. I've just been retrenched. In media, my son respect. You know, Ntuana nyasika marangwazu kili media muting shower cancer and I went so. Joe, like it was. I think the ordeal came after me being stabbed. I was like, okay, life in
yeah.
Anyway, either way, but the numbers of people that called me a machita
who are going through similar things or even worse things that you've gone through.
Worse.
No, guys, I feel like Amachita should come out and talk about these things. Don't. It's not like must. You know, must be strong, must be all this, must provide, but you guys are human beings as well. You understand?
Mina, had I not spoken about my experience, I wouldn't be here. I remember I was posting stuff go WhatsApp at the time.
Yeah.
Someone sent delete and the guy called me. Actually, it was Tabiso Mklong.
Yeah.
Tabiso said, can we talk? If it wasn't for Tabiso Mklong, I
whatever.
I was suicidal.
You were suicidal.
Suicidal because, like I said, I had two sides of friends that were saying, you're showing your weakness. The others were saying, can you say more? And I'm like, Joe, this is too much for me. This is too much. Like, I didn't expect this, you know? And sometimes you feel like you don't have answers.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, let me just pull the plug.
I'm going to take this pulling the plug thing to your music as well.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was a certain point in your life where you were like, this music thing is not working for me.
Yeah.
How do you pull yourself back from that?
Music is a calling. Music is a calling. You can't run away from it. Whether lightning will strike, whether load shedding, like
Doesn't matter.
We as musicians, we feed off what happens around at that time, you know, and it helps us. It's meditation at the same time, you know. And last I was playing a song, Yaga, an old song, man. I played my life in dark and spacious and whatever. The guy that wrote that song, I'm sorry to say this, he was saying to people, I'm killing myself, but people didn't listen. Don't know the way.
Yes.
Don't know. Yeah. Yeah, you know, he said 10,000. If you listen to that song, he's saying, this is my last song for you. Then he committed suicide. Yeah, don't know the way he jumped from a roof.
No way.
Yeah. He wrote a lot. Oh, Quincy Jones. If that guy did not kill himself, and he has this kumanga, if that guy didn't kill himself, he was going to be to Quincy Jones in terms of approach to he committed suicide. In that song, listen to that song. A song for you. The song is called Song for You. Listen to that song. When he starts saying, I'm writing this song because I'm sitting with you. By the end of the song, he's saying, I was writing the song because I was sitting with you.
Otherwise.
You know, so music is a calling. You can never run away from it. Yes, that's why I'm sorry to say that. That's why I want to about extracting. About patama guitar. Extracting.
Angana record deal, angana
calling.
All these things.
It's a calling. Music is a calling.
Okay, on that note,
something like what?
Your latest song.
One
day.
Okay.
Yes, that one.
Okay, there's a song that I just released.
Yes.
Again, the song talks about me wanting to leave music.
Yeah.
And talking about Tabiso Khati and whatnot. So that's the song I released about February, around the 26th. It goes like this. One day, we'll make it. My dreams will carry me. I know I'm easy. And one day, we'll make it. My dreams will carry me. I know I'm easy. And one day, we'll make it. Time is so hard to come into my life. Give me a chance that I never took. I hated myself for doing that. Manjinas buzu kutuwensan. Every time I watch TV, banging dewa ngumona. Gizi buzu kutiskati sami, siyofika nini. Ngaqala phansi ngabhala, ubumnyama busekho, amalanga enjabulo, asifikile manje. My dreams will carry me, I know I'm easy.
One day,
we'll make it.
Oh man!
Sure,
oh man, that was amazing. Oh my god. Abuti husky voice. A raw soul. Yes. No, I totally get it. Like I get it.
Sure.
Like I get the fact that you are raw soul.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Angumuntu wabantu mina.
No, ngiyakuthola, ngiyakubona nje.
Ngithanda abantu, ngithanda abantu ngakhona.
Yena ukhuluma ngakho, yakhuluma lewani.
I'm a salesperson.
Uyazithengisa, ngifuna ukukhuluma manga, uyazithengisa. Okay, so if people want to buy your merchandise and people want to, book you for whatever event, phela ngiyashada mina. I keep saying this in every episode.
I know.
I keep saying it in every episode.
Yeah.
Manifestations.
Yeah.
How do people get hold of you?
Like I said, I've got people that are assisting me now in terms of my website and tonton. But I'm old school. The only way you can get hold of me, like I said, it's my numbers: 082 774 1121.
And you guys will take it from there.
Yeah,
whether you want the music, you want Dumi to come perform, or you want the merch.
Then Instagram, Dumi_. Instagram, Facebook again, Dumisani Gama. Then
Ngiyabonga ukuthi ungiphe isikhathi sakho.
No, ngiyabonga ukuthi ningi-invite.
Oh, ngiyabonga. This was amazing.
And guys, all the best. Like, I see the effort that you guys are putting in. This is something that we don't see as people from outside, but the team and everything that you guys are doing. Mina ngiyabona. Invite abantu. I think sonke sinama number wethu. Thabisa Mhlongo number yakhe.
Yeah, I've got his number.
The more you
yeah.
invite us, the more you guys invite us.
Yeah. Because, the main objective for my podcast, to be honest, is that bigger Eastern, mostly Katoras on the map. That's what I want.
Yeah.
This is why I'm doing this, because I want amajita be grand.
Yeah.
Because my grand, I'm grand. You understand?
You're going there.
My
apologies for being late. So
it's okay. I mean, that was worth the wait. I mean, oh my God, Nyaba, thank you so much. This is ADN Lifestyle with Sanati. Please follow me on Instagram. I am Sanati_Mo. Also on TikTok, I'm Sanati_Mo. But on Twitter, I am Nate_Molapo. Facebook, I am San Pendula Shemyo. Kunama creepy crawlies lapo. So get right. Kikupa little filter air stars. Please, my gents, please. Handle the filter. Snapchat. Give it a look. Come on, Hi, Kamala Kelly, nice. Who's right, Marcona Masters, 10,000.
Can call us a favor.
Okay.
Are you going to take a quest?
Yeah, but so much cool.
Go.
So shy and good to Patama Bunjo. And we out. Young poor. Young poor. Oh, thank you.
My dreams will carry me. I know it will be easy. And one day we'll make it. My dreams will carry me. I know it will be easy. And one day we'll make it. And one day we'll make it. Unabantu ngizosibana nabo ibalance the band nyangibiza Yathi siboni isipho sakho Olusta fame bani choose life Bathi roso despushana There wasn't voices at me Nokungitshela ukuthi Isikhathi sodlala siphelile Mele siqhube nkani manje Okwenzeke emuva Sekufana nakho konke Indlela yami yakhanya Sengijabulile manje My dreams will carry me I know it will be easy And one day we'll make it My dreams will carry me I know it will be easy And one day we'll make it And one day we'll make it One day we'll make it